It's Week 8 of the 2022 season. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Commanders and the Colts, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Washington Commanders and the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And CD, you look at Washington coming into play here. They've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should. You made the first
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out, it's the third-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one.
Get him.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chris Olave. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
A
for as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. They'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Running left, Taylor.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep, Marquez Callaway.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
On second down, this is Madison. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Fantasy players know Madison's name is the most valuable handcuff in the game. But other fans are getting to know him, too, as one of the best backups in the NFL the last couple of seasons. He has proven time and time again he can be a productive starter in this league.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Herbert now. Olave over the middle. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down. Here's Herbert. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over first and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete to Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 66 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
On the toss, Madison. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. Johnson's got it complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Mahomes going to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Mahomes firing complete.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end.
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Herbert on first down now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Madison running on first down.
And he'll get this to the 32.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we break it down on Next Gen Stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking.
Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's Madison running left. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another carry now for Madison.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete to Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Herbert. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
18 more yards there and another first down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Here's a give to Madison running right. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he stopped immediately there. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
This goes out wide from Madison.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now it's Herbert. Steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Herbert.
The pass caught by Olave. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay.
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but he's got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mahomes now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Herbert now. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Herbert back to the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Take it in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The Commander's going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Man open, here is Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the play. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Mahomes to throw once more. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments is on. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Mahomes going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Oh, the return is Callaway. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop. Here's Madison getting it again on second. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Able to connect with Dotson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. running from the shotgun with Madison. He'll get this down to the 38. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to run with Madison again. Skirts by him at the 35. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Herbert. Got an open man. It's Olave. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Again, Madison. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Alexander Madison with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
And here we go on the next drive for Washington. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 44, Mahomes caught by Jones.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A slant to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jonathan Taylor. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders get a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Gano the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense heading out. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
This goes out wide from Madison. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback?
Are you serious?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Herbert now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown, Colts.
Jahan Dotson
From 8 yards out.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 38, Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. The 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On 1st down, Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Washington on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mahomes. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And again, it's Mahomes. That is taken in by Hurst. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Zay Jones, 26 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On second down, this is Madison. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, he'll find Jones again, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. Mahomes will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a three-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Washington on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Completes it to Samuel. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now it's Mahomes again. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a give to Madison. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 95 yards here from Madison. He's got a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They'll go Madison up the middle. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Herbert now. He is going to find Hill here.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18.
Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the gun, a run for Hill. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Throwing, Herbert. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commander's touchdown. An excellent excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Colts now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Pass interference. Defense.
We can't have that.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tariq Woolen picks it.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete.
Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the Colts getting ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
He's got his target. It's Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Herbert's throw completes a Freiermuth.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Oh, what is that?
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense. But this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that
And Madison hit, and the ball pops free. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Commanders, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they